All right, want to check out some of the projects?
Sure,
Should we see Matt's picks?
sure. There are so many
115.
tools.
That's
Yeah,
like
there's so many coming out like each day.
20%. 20% are in his picks. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Sort by most upvoted. I guess we
Cutout
can look
Pro.
at all of them, sort by most upvoted.
Yeah.
So this one has more upvotes than
Any of them.
PT.
Yeah.
So it better be good. Have you heard of this one before?
Nope.
Cutout Pro.
Cutout Pro. No.
Image background remover, video background remover, retouch, face cutout, AI restore. Oh, passport photo maker. That's creepy. And
Yeah, but
that's
I think
the editing section.
I think this one is more like, but this one is like really practical, The
Hmm?
it's not R related, but just like it will add the images that it need for different like, settings.
Right.
Because I have used the the passport like photo generator before, like if you go into get visas application and you have to upload that photos, so you
Right.
don't have to go to a shop, to get your video taken, so you can just use this kind of tool.
There's still artifacts though.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Right. But it's pretty good.
Yeah, this one is pretty good for the
Yeah.
video.
This one too.
Mhm.
Why are they, it's all pictures of young females. Like some bit of sexism going on there.
Yeah, AI art generator.
They made a lot of stuff. Oh, Cartoonify, so they do like styles.
Yeah.
Oh, the passport one. That's funny.
Wait, this was like all in one place for
Yeah.
AI.
Let's see the pricing.
Yeah.
Do you know off the top of your head pricing by the different products? One image is one credit. One,
Okay.
two
Two
credits.
credit. Oh, so it's the same, like it charged by credits.
Right. Interesting. And then I guess there's pricing for APIs that's different.
Yeah. My friend, okay. So the more you
But so
buy, the more it's cheaper.
yeah, so for $10, that's like 50 to 100 images a
Yeah.
month. Or yeah, or pay as you go
Yeah.
is much more expensive, but I get it. So the default they're putting out is 10 credits, which is probably what people are buying.
Yeah. But that's really expensive. Like, what's the difference? Credits
Well, 50
available
cents a
for.
credit,
Uh-huh.
like $1 for a cartoon selfie. I guess that's, I
Oh,
mean, it's a lot
okay.
cheaper than having a custom artist do it for you, or probably
Yeah.
what you would pay for a passport photo
Yeah.
anywhere. Like you, that's probably for $1, that's probably even cheap.
Like I went to a shop before, like you should take the photos and also, make it like the right size for you. It'll be
Right.
probably like uh two no, it's almost like $5 to $10 for
Right.
each image. Yeah.
and you
That's
have to
pretty
wait there,
expensive.
and you have to take the
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah,
and you have to watch like somebody on, this pirated version of Photoshop do a million
yeah,
repetitive actions
yeah,
to edit the photo.
yeah. And then you have to ask them to, delete your photos. Don't make a copy of it. You gotta
Right.
watch them. Yeah,
Yeah. So compared to that, like it's probably a 10x improvement. And
definitely.
really, it's going to be free, I
Yeah.
think. I think it's
Hmm.
where this is probably headed, just because it's so easy to run the software on a server that
Hmm.
it'll be free and there's like some kind of ad mechanism,
Yeah.
right? Like $1 for what costs the provider literally nothing, or like,
Yeah.
fractions of a penny.
Yeah. Yeah. It is pretty. It's a really small amount, and I'm wondering, like, like, what's the, you know, what's the most, like, what kind of like service most people use? That's what I'm wondering, actually, to
Right.
actually pay for it and have, like, a lot of credits to be purchased and then use.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. Like, what is the market that this disrupts?
Yeah.
And how big was that market to begin with? Because like the
Yeah.
passport photo market is not very big.
Yeah.
So a 10x improvement there maybe doesn't matter all too much. The
Yeah.
fact that this stuff is easier will probably draw more people to do these kinds of things. But how
Yeah.
much is that? I don't know.
Yeah, because for individuals or just regular consumers or people like coming on this site to do this stuff, like mostly like people probably just out of curiosity or just doing it for fun, right? To use those cartoon like selfies and also to change background and stuff. And then
Right.
like the passport photo is like a one-time thing and it's not like lasting like a recurring purchase or something. And then maybe like people like like really use like having social media or post stuff regularly, those kind of people maybe using it. you know
Right.
uh they have to like post
Influencers.
yeah, influencers probably.
Yeah. And then there's probably like a market for professional headshots
Yeah.
and maybe even like wedding photos, right? Like you
Oh
just
yeah, right.
want to get married, instead of spending $2,000 and wasting, having a really stressful day and having to rent, a tuxedo and dresses and organize a photographer. Instead of that, like, why don't you just
Yeah.
upload eight head or eight like full body shots of each person, and then the AI makes the most beautiful wedding photos that could ever be made wherever you want.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good point.
Like we could start that business right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of the needs. Like if it's perfect, like the combination of your head or like your the environment, also your clothes with your body.
Right. Yeah.
I think actually, the wedding point is a really good point, and the wedding business, and also it's not only like tuxedo or suits. It's more like you just target those couples, and then to make really creative wedding photos for them with AI.
Right.
Like it can be like cartoonish, or it can be like really realistic, or it can be like fictional or whatever.
Yeah.
And that
And
would
they
be a
can have
good
like
selling
their
point.
right. They can have their beachside wedding photo shoot, in perfect weather, the perfect time of year, even though like it's winter.
Yeah, right.
So
That's really
yeah,
intense.
that's like
Yeah.
that could be done now.
Yeah,
And then also
it
family
can, definitely.
photos, like for, in Western countries, the US particularly, like taking family photos, and that's
Hmm.
for like Christmas cards. And the kids are
Hmm.
always crying. Like you never get a
Hmm.
good photo.
Yeah.
This solves that. You just find a good photo. There's got to be a couple somewhere from other events, and then you just upload them, and then you get the perfect Christmas photo. And you can
Yeah.
even, it's like in the North Pole with Santa and Rudolph, in the picture with you.
Yeah. And it's realistic.
Yeah, and that's like, and it would be so much cheaper, and the quality would be so much better. Like that's a revolution that might happen in the next year.
Yeah. That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Because AI can make it perfect, like unique for everyone. And then with less cost, right? Like really lower the cost to like 100 times maybe to
Right.
actually go to a professional photo shoot. Yeah.
And increase the speed and increase the quality of the output.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
So maybe we should set that business up. Not
Yeah, we can try.
a bad idea. I mean, if we
Yeah,
write it
it's
up, we
actually
could
not
probably
bad.
get funding to go do it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like needs for it, and especially for weddings. I think weddings is a good market first.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
When I
lot
know
of in
somebody who does
demand.
wedding planning in the US,
Uh-huh.
I could ask. It's not the photos, but the planning.
Yeah, yeah. I think the photo is part of it, right? Like the photo is part of it. Like a lot of people taken before they go actually going into a wedding journey or having the event, but they have like those. It's kind of like a tradition for people to take a set of wedding photos beforehand and then
Right.
like display them at everywhere during the wedding,
Right.
and that can be AI
Yeah.
customized.
And people would jump on that faster than other places just because like the culture here, especially for the younger people who are getting married, is
It's a
it's
lot cheaper actually.
well, it's not, people are
And
not as focused on like tradition, and this is the way that, my parents took
yeah,
their wedding photos, so I want to do it too. It's like people are very open to trying new technologies, especially if it saves a lot of money.
yeah, it is.
That's why e-commerce and um, short videos and all this other stuff took off so much more quickly here.
Yeah, it is.
One other thing that came to mind is like if you want to screw over this company, we
Hmm.
just copy the website, and then I'm guessing their API call prices are going to be much cheaper.
Yeah,
So
let's
one
see.
credit.
Each
Oh no.
is one credit, so it's charged by credit. Okay, I see.
Oh wait, the price is the same. Oh, okay. I was going to say like if the API pricing is cheaper, then we just make another
Hmm.
website that does the same thing and make calls to their API and charge
Yeah,
the same or less.
yeah.
But wait, background
So
remover is one-fourth of a credit. One-fourth of a credit.
1/4. Okay. Face cutout or photo.
So
Let's just
some are
add it.
cheaper.
Okay. Yeah, but it's also almost the same, right? Like,
Yeah. But really, it's just like if you don't want the hassle of setting up the
yeah,
pipelines on your own.
yeah.
Image design,
But but I
nonprofit.
definitely say, but I definitely say this like to be. I mean, if they optimize their SEO and just everyone Google anything about like photo editing and AI related stuff, and then they will just get it. And then I think they will this website will have a lot of traffic, and then it will definitely make some money on like a significant portion of money through the credits.
Right.
They're in Hong Kong actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But this is not very clear. Like who is this team?
Yeah.
While we're at it in the last couple of minutes, uh let's see about AI wedding photos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generative.
So somebody's thinking about it.
Yeah.
I guess it
From India states. There's a lot of Indian
again.
like
Yeah.
take up.
Well, here's this company. So they have 16 employees.
Okay.
We're hiring.
Oh, I see. I think it's actually a Chinese project, but
Oh, right.
operating overseas. Yeah. So they set up their
Right. The
servers at Hong
founders
Kong.
in Houston.
Yeah.
Right. It's
You see,
the
like they have
product.
like engineers in China, in mainland
Yeah.
China. It's funny.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Um, so yeah, let's see. This looks pretty good quality, right?
Yeah. It's pretty
I mean, they
it's
do look a
perfect.
little plasticky,
Yeah, but the style is perfect.
right? Well, maybe. I mean, that dude has way too many fingers.
Yeah. This looks like yeah, it's too fake, right? A little bit. Too perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of problems if you look more closely.
Yeah.
But maybe like there are solutions where it's like, you have a stock image that's very good, and
Mhm.
then you just swap in people's heads.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think for uh a lot of couples where like their choice is that or something that's totally real, but it's a huge hassle, it's way more expensive, and it
Yeah.
doesn't look as nice.
The beautiful place, and then took a bunch of pictures, and it took those kind of like unique place that you gotta travel, like fly, or so like book a vacation to take those
Hmm.
photos and then post
Right.
on social media. That's all the points, right? Like to tell people
Yeah.
like you can marry, and then if they can just swap it, that'll be like, yeah, that'll make a difference.
Yeah, or people, I mean, a huge portion of the wedding business are people who are not um like they're not well off enough to even consider travel or like a really fancy set of like a 50 high quality photos in a studio with great
Mhm.
like cameras. It's most
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who, probably most people who get married are like in the countryside and they don't even have that option, but
Yeah.
they have the internet.
Oh,
So this could be like,
you're right.
something that it has a big draw for someone like that, not for, people who are in big cities and actually have access to the high quality wedding photos for like
Yeah.
relatively cheap.
Yeah. Good point. And then people can just, to choose like their photos, a set, and then maybe like with, you know, 1/10 of the money that they actually travel and hire a professional team for that.
A form, like you select what types of styles you want.
Yeah. And then like give it that demo or something. Like, but
Right,
there's a thing, like, because wedding photos are, I think people will be picky on the quality of the wedding photos, right? So if
right.
so I think the custom support is really important. Like, because
Mm,
you gotta edit it like with the customer to fit their taste, right? So that they can, so not just a tool that, you just have like a platform and you input and output, and then probably like 70% of people are satisfied, but there's 30% of people are not satisfied with the results, and that will hurt. But if you have like a more customized team to help them edit the photo afterwards, that'll be like even better.
right.
Because I think 100% of the customer will accept those and actually, be converted to a paid customer.
Right.
Maybe that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing that makes it, that should improve the sales funnel versus traditional photography, because like you can see a sample of exactly your output,
Yeah,
which,
that's
right, like
true.
my wife and I did photos. Like you go and you look through a book and you see other people's pictures, but you don't know what
Hmm.
you're going to look like. And for me, it was even harder
Yeah.
because, you know, are they going to make me look like an alien because they don't know how to edit for like non-Chinese people?
Okay. Yeah, right. That's funny.
But
Yeah, but this one, yeah, from AI, you can just directly see it. Yeah, beforehand. So you don't need to
right.
go through all that process and then retake photos.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up. One thing I learned to do uh, with the community service hour live
Hmm.
stream is to, like, at the end of a stream, like you just make a tweet
Okay.
that like you just mention what you did.
Okay.
And so then you
Yeah.
capture exactly what happened and it's there. Eventually if people are following along, then it could be a useful thing.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
you have Twitter?
I have. I
What's your
have Twitter. Mine was, let me check. My my account name, right? Username.
yeah,
I'll type in here for you. Uh Chat. Okay. Oh, it's 2-4. Sorry. It's not 2-5.
or
2-4. Yeah.
that one?
Yes. How do you know?
What's the chart? It looked like a Pareto curve or something.
No, it's like it was like yeah, it's like a learning curve chart, but I inverted it.
Why?
I mean, it's like it's actually funny, like if you inverted it. So it would just go down at the beginning and then it just boom go up. But if you invert it back, it was just going down and then slowly going down. That's kind of like I don't know. When I was just picking it, I'll just like randomly do something with it and then upload it.
Nice. I'll check it out. So I'm trying to find this guy so we can tweet to him and say
Matt,
thanks.
yeah,
Future tools.
we built this tool that's really
Upload
nice.
his website on future tools. What's it called?
Cutout Pro, right?
Cutout.pro.
Yeah,
Pro. Do they have a Twitter?
probably not.
Let's see. But all the pages I saw for AI wedding photographers that
Hmm.
use AI are, it's like help you edit photos.
Yeah,
It's not like using the tools to compose photos from scratch,
yeah.
which
You
is
mean this? Yeah,
it's a missed opportunity, right?
yeah. You mean like they don't like replacement of Photoshop?
Yeah, well,
This
it's
could actually
probably
be
doing things in an automated way for them that they previously would have had to do in Photoshop. But I guess what we were talking about is even further up the value
yeah,
chain, which is
yeah.
like what Vana, the do you know Vana? Vana.com, they make portraits. You give them like 8 headshots, and then it'll make
Hmm.
you a million headshots in all different styles. But
Oh,
it's
okay,
not
I
based on
see.
the original photos.
Okay, so it's populating uh your portraits into like a lot more.
Well, it creates like a custom or like a fine-tuned model that includes you.
Oh, I see.
So then I guess their prompts are like Daniel in like this photo, my profile picture is one of them.
Uh-huh.
And there's probably
Oh, I
some
see.
associated with this, and it just says Daniel in this environment.
Okay, that's actually cool.
And we can make a thread.
Hmm.
Watch out, passport and wedding photographers.
I think AI tool is really a threat for editors, I guess, like photo editors, right? And
Right.
also, I mean, it's a big hit for the whole industry if it's getting really better, especially like fashion industries, like for Vogue, they have like those fashion um photo shoots, And then like also styling.
Right.
If AI can get into that designer industry, that would be like a big threat, I think.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, why does Beyonce have to spend so long on these photo
Yeah,
shoots?
yeah,
Somebody could just generate them, and then,
yeah,
she could be on like 100x more magazines than she could
yeah,
have before. Because that, like, the bottleneck was not the requests for her to do photo shoots. The bottleneck is her time.
yeah. Yeah, because like I think each photo shoot like took very long, right? And then it actually like it's a long process to get those finals, and yeah, it's like a really time saver, and also like making those stylists, and also photographers like really, just save those time, and then they will probably lose their job if the
Right.
AI tool is really good. Yeah.
All right. There's the tweet.
Nice.
Send it. Is anyone watching?
Wait, let me check.
I'll stop sharing.
I don't think so. There's only a one watching now. It's probably me.
Right. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's still pretty fun. Yeah,
Good
we could do
stuff.
we could do these on weeks when we don't have interviews.
Yeah.
Just pick like another project or another
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah. And then we just talk, and yeah, that's good.
And then it ends with a tweet. So we have like a record. We're learning a little bit about different projects.
Hmm.
Can be
This sounds
Dan
really good.
and Michael's AI hour.
Yeah. And we can also like extend it to other project reviews. It'll be fun.
Right. Cool. Um, and I'll also post, like, check out the review if you missed it, and then I can include the link to YouTube
Yeah. All right.
live. Oh, and you have the really cool looking
What do you
uh
mean? The
thumbnail.
oh yeah, yeah, right.
That thumbnail is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I think it directly just used that as our thumbnail, right?